Okay, so Tottenham, the team which I believe has had the best transfer window this summer of 2013. I'm I'm going to start with the players they've sold that don't really matter to the team. So we're just going to scroll through them. Nathan Byrne, John Bostock, top young English player, gone out. David Bentley, gone. Remember you signed him for about 17 million, excuse me, a few years ago. He's gone out, released. He's a top 3 signing for some club. William Gallas has gone out. He was about 35, so you know, fair enough. Jake Livermore's gone on loan to Hull City. Huddleston obviously went for 5 million to them. Tom Carroll's gone to QPR on loan with Asirikotu. He's gone out on loan as well. Not sure why, you didn't bring in a replacement for Asirikotu. And he was actually alright at times last year. He's not as bad as everyone says. I think he's a bit underrated. But I still don't think he's good enough for Tottenham in where they are now. But anyway, the other players you've sold that could actually play in the team. Stephen Corker for 8 million. You've replaced him, I believe, with someone worse. So in Vlad Chimrez from Steaua Bucharest for 8.5 million. So you've spent £500,000 more on a player who's 2 years older and worse rated in my eyes. I think you dropped a ball there, Tottenham, but the only one you dropped this transfer window. Apart from that, Clint Dempsey gone to Seattle. I can see why he went, but you got him on 5 million, sold him for 5 million. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. You got a year out of him. I believe he still could have had games to play in your team, so I'm not sure why you let him go, but obviously he wants to play every week, so that's a good reason for him to go. I've said Tom Huddleston. Scott Parker, he went to Fulham, didn't he? Again, not sure why. He was maybe a bit of a unique player in your team, someone who sits back and can play the ball around really well. Whereas players you've brought in this window, as well as already having players like Sandro, don't quite do that. They just win the ball and then play it sideways. Anyway, if we skip now to players you've brought in, if I do it in price order, so Eric Lamela, he's the player I think you've overspent on this year. 30 million quid. He's a top young player, but I wouldn't want to spend more than 20 million on him, really. So you spent a lot of money on him. He has the potential to be good. He's not going to be a world beater. He's going to be a very good player. He's never going to be world class though. Roberto Soldado. Now, for 26 million, you got an absolutely brilliant deal this year. In a summer where Cavani moved to PSG for 55 million, Falcao moved to Monaco for 51 million, and Higuain moved to Napoli for 35 million. 26 million for Roberto Soldado is a great deal. Well done, Tottenham. Brilliant. Paulinho for 17 million. Again, great deal. He's going to be a box-to-box midfielder. He's going to win the ball. He's going to score you a goal or two here and there. Great signing. And he'll play well with Sandro as well, as they're both Brazilians. Etienne Capoue, 9 million quid. He was seen as sort of the understudy to Jan Mvia when Jan was still seen as a top player or a top prospect. He's been the good guy, whereas Jan has sort of gone off the rails slightly and no one talks about him anymore. Remember when Arsenal wanted to buy him for 28 million? I remember. Football fans have such short memories. So yeah, he's going to be good. He's going to win the ball and sit back. I think he could have learnt something from Scott Parker that maybe would have been worth more than the £3.2 million you sold Scott for. So I think, you know, swings and roundabouts. Vlad Chimrez I've talked about. And the last one, Nacer Chalidi, signed as a replacement for you-know-who. £7 million. Good signing. He's going to get crosses in. He's quite quick. I think he'll team up well with Lennon on the right wing when they both play together. So, well done there. But obviously Lamela's come in and taken his spot now. But obviously I'm avoiding the big thing. Gareth Bale. Tottenham, absolutely brilliant bit of business. £85.3 million, €100 million for him. Great deal. Absolutely great deal. But not the best deal you could have got. Because I remember reading earlier on in the transfer window, you could have had £60 million and Fabio Coentrao, a left back, and Angel Di Maria, a right winger. That would have been the deal I would have gone for as a Tottenham manager, coach, whatever, owner. But you went for just money. Obviously, I think you got it all paid up front if you're clever, because you're still waiting for Modric payments from Madrid. But, you know, I thought it was funny that Madrid announced an agreement between Tottenham and Spurs. Tottenham and Spurs, that's the same club, isn't it? Between Madrid and Tottenham, where you help each other out, and it seems that Madrid just take all of your best players. So clearly they saw something that Tottenham didn't see coming. But anyway, I'm sure that agreement's long gone now. Again, short memories. But Tottenham, best transfer window for me. I believe this year, top 3 club. Next year, going for the title. But you need 6 months for all of your new players to gel. You've only signed 7 players, I say only. All of them, though, are top players who could get into your first team easily if they wanted to, or if they were picked. So, good transfer window. A star, Tottenham. Yes, you lost Bale, but your team is a hell of a lot better because of it.